Today on Fiveman, we learned that love can make you do dumb things. You know, like wear skinny jeans, pretend you love pro wrestling, talking to you, Sean, maybe ride or die by someone's side even after they've committed familicide and your mom and dad are the family in question, or simply do 200 plus episodes of a podcast that the Power Rangers fandom still doesn't know what to make of. My name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Sentai. Ugh. Oh, yes, guys. It strains me to do these intros because my lungs have become coal. They have truly disintegrated and become blackness, not because I've been down in the mines, not because of any of this weird shit has been happening. I got magic school bust. Plain and simple. And these fucking idiots brought Medusa in here. So she's all looking at my insides, and now I've become stone. Yes, when I die, I'll already be fossilized. So Nicole can break me apart and throw me in a coal oven and warm her heart like I would warm her heart IRL. I'll be fuel. My body will finally be worth something and put real good use in the afterlife. Because, oh baby, when I die, that's when the apocalypse happens and Nicole will be the only one left. Everyone else, they didn't get raptured. No. Nicole raptured everyone else, aka she killed their asses so she can finally have some peace and quiet around here. And speaking of which, Nicole the Bricks Jacobs.
Hi.
What would you do if you were the only person left alive?
Finally get some fucking peace and quiet around here.
I just go through people's shit.
Go through people's shit?
Yeah, I'd go, like, everything's still there. I'm the only person alive. I hope animals are still, because then, what am I going to eat? Or who's going to keep me company? But I would just be, like, going into all the apartments, seeing if people had weird shit.
Yeah.
Or illegal stuff. See any guns with the zip number scratched off.
I feel like that would get boring fast, though.
Because it would be new every time.
Sure.
I'd be like, whoa, these people is freaky. They had a swing in their house.
Yeah.
Oh, man, these people smelled like paprika.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I don't know what paprika smells like to be you want to know? That's what I would start doing as well. I'd find all the spices, go, okay, all right, okay, okay.
I don't think it smells like paprika's literally just like for color.
Oh, but paprika has to have a smell.
All right.
Oh, probably smelled like duty diapers on Blue's Clues.
Okay.
When salt and pepper get mixed together, it creates paprika.
Obviously.
You know, it's this weird, freaky anime. Someone needs to cut that together, that special where Paprika was born, but when she pushes out, it's just a DVD box set of Paprika.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. Throw that on Jimmy here, you better believe he's laughing.
Mm-hmm.
He'd say, oh, Paprika. Or he'd be pissed because he's like, no, I loved, did you watch that on primetime? I believe it was a primetime episode of Blue's Clues.
I mean, I am aware of the character.
Oh, it was a big event. She was preggers for at minimum 6 months. That's the gestation period for Paprika.
Oh my fucking God.
You learn things on this podcast, God damn it. One day, people will respect us.
But I was like, what's our age difference? 3 years younger than you when it happened, so I don't fucking remember.
Well, remember, Nicole, I was watching Big Time Rush senior year by myself.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I wouldn't remember.
Okay. Oh, you just wouldn't remember at that time.
Yeah.
Or I think it was it was the episode where Steve went to college. That I know for sure was prime time. And I was watching it, even though I had phased out of Blue's Clues. I was like, this is a momentous occasion.
Sure.
And probably it was like, I was going to watch Cat Dog at 7 and it's not on. So might as well watch Blue's Clues, Steve's Big Move.
Why don't we have like Nick Jr., but for adults. Where it's like their problems are so fucking minuscule.
Oh.
That it's...
that's pornography.
What?
Yes. They're like, oh my God, I'm stuck inside of the dryer. What do I do? And the guy's like, I know what. We can fuck you out of there. This is literally what porn is.
All right.
I'm hungry
Problem solved.
I'm still missing a few $100.
Are you gonna introduce the guest yet?
For rent, can I don't know, blow it out of you? And he's like, oh, hell yeah.
That was literally the one I was just about to make a reference to.
Speaking of which, our guest may be challenging his title of most times guested on Mostly Speaking Sentai. It's Jose.
Good day.
Do we count Mostly Lovin' Luchas? Do we count Pissmisses? You better believe we do.
Yeah, I think we count Pissmas. I don't know about Mostly Lovin' Lucha. That's up to you guys.
Oh, I technically counted them in our 100th episode extravaganza.
Yeah.
Then we count it.
Then it's counted.
A win's a win.
What we need you to start doing is calling into the call-in show as characters. We're trying to get this going. Every call is a character to phase out real, actual listeners.
No, you just think it would be funny if that happened.
At least maybe for every 3 calls we get, one is a character call-in.
What kind of character you want?
Well, Sean has called in, and they're all people who live in Minnesota. Besides, I guess Dave Mustaine now lives in Minnesota based on our canon. So it's just whatever character you want, and if it can make us laugh, we're good.
I could try. That sounds like a lot of pressure.
Okay, I thought you were going to say prep, and I was going to say, I know. No, Sean,
pressure.
I think
just improv.
Like a lot of improv. I think situationally I can be funny, but if I'm trying to be funny, it's not.
Just get ripped and say, hey, guys, it's your neighborhood Bong calling in. And we'll be like, yeah. What's your name, Mr. Bong?
It's the uncle. I'm just Theo. You can call me Theo.
Theo the Bong?
Theo the Bong, yeah.
Uncle Theo Bong.
Uncle Theo Bong.
All right, what you up to tonight, dude?
It's
What?
He's saying uncle in Spanish, which is Tio.
Oh, Tio. All right. Well, I like uncle.
And you're like, Theo. And I'm like, no.
I just went along with this.
Close enough.
Well, it would have been on the phone, and, it would be a little bit gargly with that compression that you get over the airwaves. It is insane, guys, how telephones have been around for over 100 years and still sound like shit.
Yeah.
But if you do it through Google fucking telephone or whatever.
No, it should sound fine.
No, I agree with you. Even spending $1,000 on an iPhone, it's still sometimes really shitty just answering a phone call or doing a FaceTime.
You still answer the phone and you have an iPhone? Millennials these days, they have a phone, but they don't know how to use it.
I'm just one of those crazy people that will be like, if it's important, I'm just going to call you.
Same.
If you answer, you answer. Don't get mad that I didn't get the thing you wanted.
So Uncle Theo Bong.
Uncle Theo Bong is just like this.
No, do it in character.
Oh, hey, man. Sorry.
You D&D.
Okay.
Improvising.
Yeah.
But I guess also in D&D, you guys will say a lot like, well, Chrissy does this, and then says what Chris, in Chrissy's voice, which I'm trying to get you guys to phase that out.
I get you. I've been trying to just do the accent, just be Chrissy. It's been fun. It's just a little hard sometimes.
One day, Chrissy will ask to go to the bathroom, and everyone will start calling him Pissy. Even if it's just like, hey guys, before we go on the mission, I need to go to the bathroom, and Derms will be like, hey guys, look at him. He's pissy over there.
Come back to the group. Hey, what's going on? Pissy.
And then right now you're like, all right, I need to buy diapers to make sure I never use the bathroom in this game.
I would never do that. I don't care what would happen.
What about a catheter?
Not if I don't medically need it, even in character. I'll just take the name calling.
Nicole agrees with me on this. Sight unseen, everyone should have a catheter in them. Because it's also good for the environment. Instead of wasting all that water, flushing pee-pee down the toilet, you kind of just let it, once it gets full, you drain it out onto the lawn.
Is that true, Nicole? You 100% agree with James on
Yeah,
this?
sight unseen.
Obviously not.
What? I hear you in your dreams, like not in your sleep. Like I go into your dreams and you're just hanging out saying, vote catheter on the election.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Prop 69 for everyone to get catheters in them.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty nice. I want something that will unify everyone. And if everyone has a catheter, some might call it fascist. Some might call it dystopian. Hey, this is my body. But no, just fucking shove a tube in your pee hole.
This just seems like a lot of work for no reason.
It's actually very easy. You lube it up, slice it in, and then you're good to go.
Slice it.
Yeah, slice it like a pizza. You know how you slice a pizza? You do it like this?
Uh-huh.
Or I guess Crunchwrap Supreme. You're good to go. That's how you kind of shove in a catheter.
Yeah.
Defo, if you're listening, I know you've put in a lot of catheters in your life. Let us know. What's it more like, slicing a pizza or a Crunchwrap Supreme?
Why would slicing be the verb you would use?
Slice it up, baby. Because it's like slicing right, like it's so...
I think you mean sliding.
No, it's like when you slice through water. It's kind of like you're water skiing. You slice through that water. Has water skiing now come up multiple times on, I don't know. I guess I want to be on a couple sticks on a lake, okay?
I don't know how that compares to water skiing, but okay, I see it.
Yeah, see? You slice through that water just like you slice through your urethra, getting in there, catheter.
You know who needed a catheter?
Who?
Billion.
Oh, yeah, he's bringing it. We're 13 episodes. I mean, 13. Actually, we're probably 13 episodes in on your run.
Probably, yeah.
Somewhere around there. Guys, today we're talking Fiveman. Oh, baby. Episode 39 entitled, Please Love Me, Nicole. This had lots of like, Nicole's billion and I'm this lady.
Wow, rude.
I was just trying to get your attention, senpai.
That's a weird dynamic, and I don't think that's healthy for the both of you.
I'm just saying, even if I'm an underling to you, Nicole, even if I'm being manipulated, I still love you.
She took Ride or Die to a whole new meaning. She took that to a whole nother level. I don't even... it just blew my mind. That was so sad to see.
I thought it was actually a pretty good relationship. It would show children healthy boundaries.
You mean unhealthy boundaries?
What?
No, this is just the perfect amalgamation of love. Someone really trying to get the other person's attention and the other person being cold and distant, but still also saying like, I'll give you a shot.
Yeah, this is starting to feel more and more like a couples therapy session. I don't know if it's for Sora and Billion or someone else, but I don't know. This is starting to feel a little awkward.
Well,
just joking.
Guess what? It's actually couples therapy for you.
I fucking knew it.
For this show, you and Mostly Speak and Sentai. Why the fuck do you keep coming on this bullshit?
No, it's fun. I love coming here.
Yes. I wish people would have podcasts for me to guest on. Yes, I just guested on that other Toku podcast. But come on, guys, I'll guest.
Like I said, trying to figure some things out. I mean, we want to do more podcasts, so...
And I want to do them for you, for that cashish.
YMCMB?
You guys got to just find an apartment near us.
I mean, you're pretty close.
Moving
like
upstairs.
It's like an 8-minute drive from my house.
Yeah, it's really not that far.
Yeah, but still, what if you were a 4-minute walk from our house?
Whoa.
Then it's too far from my job.
What? Get a new one.
No, excuse you?
What are you doing these days?
I'm a line cook.
All right, I can... What's the... Like, if you double something but make it go the opposite way, what would you call that? I can I can null your payments, your income. I can match it that way.
James, I love you, but I have no savings, so that is not going to work.
All right. I wish I could be...
I just have to win I just have to win the lottery, and then all of us are set. Don't worry.
If you win the lottery, what would you buy me?
You?
Yeah.
Probably a house or an apartment, whichever you would want.
Oh, dang. If you're keeping upkeeps, if you're the landlord, I'll take the house.
Yeah.
If not.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I'd be like, here, throw me some money whenever you can, but I don't really care. Just have fun. Do your podcast stuff.
I guess I would do podcasts for you for free.
If I won the Mega Ball, that's like $1 or $2 billion.
You'd be like, I'd never be in front of a microphone again.
No, I'd still sit at, like, this would be the one thing I'd do all the time. Just sit here all day just talking or coming up with random podcasts to do.
Oh, man, you'd be a 16/7 Twitch streamer.
I wouldn't want to do... I don't know if I would want to do Twitch, to be quite honest, because, like, that seems like a lot of work.
Chatterbait?
No.
All right, I don't know.
No.
You're really saying if you got $1 billion, you wouldn't be like, I'm going to get super muscular and just be on Chatterbait?
I mean, I wouldn't have to be on Chatterbait to begin. I have $2 billion. Probably a big portion of that I'm going to have it so it can make its own money.
Yeah, but it's the recognition.
I don't care about the recognition.
Accolades.
It's not the accolades that I care about. Like, I'm going to be forgotten when I die anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's just the money I want to spend when I'm alive.
No, think of it this way. There are breasts from the 70s that were captured on film that still live today.
To me, like, that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't immortalize me. In my mind, that's just like, well, that's there.
Nicole? Thoughts?
I was trying to think of what that one website was called that's like video roulette. Is that what it's
Omegle?
Called? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that roulette? No, it's chat roulette.
Chat
roulette, but Omegle was kind of like the first
yeah.
one, I think.
Yeah.
Random oh, that was a weird one.
Also, I think Chatterbait is just chat roulette, but specifically for porn.
Specifically for porn?
Yeah.
You
Well,
chat,
chat
you
roulette,
bait.
I remember just like dudes jerking off.
It was the same thing.
Like 1 in 5 people. That's what it was.
There's a guy on YouTube who plays the guitar, and he'll go on Omegle, and he'll just ask random people what they want him to play, and he'll play it. And it's just like still to this day, it's like every 5th room he gets into, it's just somebody doing the nasty or doing something dirty.
If you were on chat roulette, would you have read, like, you're clicking, dick, ventriloquist dummy? Which one is scarier?
Hold on. All of them, I guess?
No, I mean, like, the dicks or the ventriloquist dummy?
The dummy.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the dummy's scary, but, like, why the fuck?
I'd rather see a bunch of dicks because I know what to expect, but a dummy, that could be looking into my soul and haunt me from afar.
I mean...
James loves doing would you rathers, especially when he gets high.
Oh, yeah, I do very much. This is one of my favorites. Would you rather have frigid peas or ice cold poops?
Ooh. Poops, I guess?
All right. That actually, like, I think it might be a little sensual to have an ice cold poop.
That's only because of that fucking movie we watched.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
It's not. Because I told you, Nicole. Okay, so we're talking about Forgiving the Franklins. And in it, this woman just asks for a bunch of ice cubes to be shoved in her ass. And
like the fucking rectangle ones.
Oh.
But like the anus is warm, so it's going to like round those out really quickly. Deal with it, Nicole. It's science. Trust me, I know. I had a magic school bus inside of me. I'm science. So I told you a story of Mallory Russell. Who gives a shit?
Don't say...
She was my sister's friend, but would hang out with a friend of mine's sister, Shelby Charlo. I would hang out with Zach Charlo. And one night, Mallory was staying the night, and it was weird because Shelby was younger than me, but Mallory was older than me, so it's weird how they were friends. Or maybe she was babysitting Shelby. That could be the case. But to kind of like roast us or like razz us being Zach and I, Mallory would just like be like, hey, come over here to the computer, and would just have like a, in quotes, fucked up porn image on there. And the one I remember is a woman shoving an ice cube inside of her.
Oh my God.
So it is, before that I ever saw Forgiving the Franklins, ice cubes inside of a woman has always been sexual to me in nature. And we go, oh no, quit, Mallory.
Oh my God. Straight up just putting people straight up on blast on this podcast. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, she was a teenager. It's fine. She's a completely different individual now.
You never know.
Yeah, she's just like showing more. She's like, hey guys, check out my iPhone. And then it's a woman shoving ice cubes in her.
It's probably her thing that she does at parties, you know?
Think of when Patrick was just like got a bunch of snowballs in his mouth. Picture that, but it's an anus. Also, another starfish. That's a euphemism for a butthole. But frigid poops would be pretty cool, Nicole. Because also, I enjoy peeing. Like, it feels like cool. Also, then if you pee in snow, it's just going to run off the edges of the snow. It's not going to melt it.
Wouldn't it just sink?
No, I think it would stay on top because it's as cold as the ice.
Water's denser than snow.
I guess. And having frigid poops, especially if dogs all had it, it would be very good because if you poop on the snow, it's just right on top. It doesn't sink to the bottom.
Yeah.
No shits float, or all shits float right here.
Oh, God. How often are you going to shit outside with frigid poops?
I don't know if it's the apocalypse like Nicole's wanting to happen so she can finally get some peace and quiet here. She might be doing it quite a bit. Like, if there was no one around, yeah, I'd be pooping outside. Because then my indoors it's kind of weird that we poop indoors.
I mean, we also live in the Midwest where it gets cold, like, most of the year.
Then I'll create a little shanty that I can, like, poop down a slide.
A she shanty?
Yeah. There we go,
How does it go?
A she shanty?
A sea shanty.
A sea shanty, it's... I poop down the river. It's in my quiver. If I only had a dump.
I love it.
Wizard of Oz, all sea shanties. Nicole, divert our attention from this dumb shit we're talking about.
Oh,
okay,
God.
so Fiveman, real quick. A woman who a billion saved, in quotes, long ago, comes to Earth and says, I'm going to help him save the Earth because she doesn't really know what he's all about. And then the Fiveman try to save her before she ends her own life. Fiveman. So, Jose, you've never been on a Fiveman episode before.
No.
In high school, what were you like? They're all teachers.
Oh, God.
What's up?
I don't even know where to begin. It's too full of myself, I guess. Fucking drinking too much of the Kool-Aid because I went to a Naval Academy, so kind of followed the rules a little bit, but was also... Huh?
Berry lemonade, I hope.
I mean...
That's the best Kool-Aid.
Sure. I don't know. I was kind of... It was weird. I was in a Naval Academy for all of my high school, and then my senior year I was already in the Army, so it kind of made it worse. You would hate who I was in high school because I was just like I'm in ROTC, you know, kind of little motherfucker, you know.
You'd go around to people on 4th of July who are wearing button-ups that were the American flag, and you'd be like, that's against the Constitution. I've live and die for that flag. And then you'd punch him out.
Yeah, that's exact. No, I was not to that extreme, but no.
Were you all Full Metal Jacket?
No, God, no. I mean, like, I was just really into being into the military at the time and just kind of thought it was what I wanted to do.
What's one thing most people don't know about the military that you're like, this is a norm here?
Pooping outside.
Oh, okay. See, you're used to it.
Yeah, sorry to bring it full circle, but that and like, yeah, pretty much, yeah, that's just kind of the norm. Like when you are out in the field, you just find a spot, dig a hole, cover it up, go back to doing whatever you're doing.
Would you ever just not cover it up to be like, I'm a cheeky bastard?
Well, once, but that's because like we were in a training situation and our base was quote unquote getting attacked when I was in the middle of using the bathroom.
Oh.
And it was in the middle of night, so I could not find it after that.
All right, getting literally caught with your pants down.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you win though?
Yeah, we did actually pretty well. My company did pretty well for that training situation for the entire month, but our entire battalion didn't do well. So our mandatory deployment became a voluntary deployment. So
because there's like you guys suck.
Pretty much.
All right, at least that's good. Or you want to know what would be better? Just say, hey, you guys are good. The other people, it's not mandatory or voluntary.
Yeah, like because I was a part of a support company, and like we set the record for the people that were in charge of the training situation we're in. They said that we set a record for how many hot meals we served to the companies we were supporting. It was 10 days of hot meals.
Is that good?
That's good.
Okay.
Because like for those training situations, we were out in the field for like 2.5-3 weeks, no communication to the outside world, just. They give you rations, and we're the ones that are supposed to feed people, but you're constantly moving, so a lot of times you can't set up the kitchen. But we were able to, every time we moved and stopped, we were able to stop and make food for the people we were supporting.
Oh, man, I'm surprised your Gen Z ass could live without your phone that long.
Oh, I didn't really care.
You don't need to actually respond to that stuff.
Look,
I'm
man,
being a conservative podcast host when I say that shit.
Oh yeah, you're pulling being a real Joe Rogan over there, aren't you?
That's the only listenership we have are the conservatives waiting for me to parody them, but not knowing that I'm parodying them.
Gotcha. They're like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna slip up, and we're gonna find him. And you're like, on today's episode of Mostly Speaking Sentai, and they're like, God damn it.
Well, I would say on today's Mostly Speaking Sentai, only the rich matter.
Yeah.
You're gonna lose a lot of viewership after that.
If you're not supporting the country financially, you're not worth anything.
Oh, fuck.
Your worth is your pocketbook and your bank account.
It's how much money you can give the government before you die.
Well, also, it's how much money can you cheat the government before you die? Because you got to work the system. You got to know it. It's technically not illegal if you find legal loopholes.
I mean, it's technically not illegal that Billion lied or didn't tell Sora that he was just there to kill those people instead of save her. But, he still did it.
He just omitted the truth, and that is fine.
That's fine. Like,
let people
politicians
believe.
do it all the time. We can do it on a day-to-day basis. No one will care.
Yeah, Nicole.
Just don't tell anybody anything. That's my motto. I don't tell anybody anything. I don't talk to people.
I bet Nicole does that to me quite frequently. I just don't know because she's not telling me the truths.
Well, she's not lying either.
I think, I wake up with a scratchy throat.
What?
I'm about to explain. I wake up with a dry, scratchy throat, and that's probably because she's, putting sawdust in there while I sleep.
How?
My mouth is open, and she's like, chick, chick, chick.
How do you know it's not butter?
A butter could be doing it. Frank, I think, used to do it, but he'd scratch his dandruff off on me.
Ew.
It can't be Socks, right?
No, yeah, Socks just doesn't give a shit.
Socks is in his own world, just just chilling, just doesn't want to have to do with any of what's going on over there.
I mean, also, Butter's doing that, so I think it's only Nicole.
Maybe it's the neighborhood cat.
The neighborhood cat ain't getting in here. That's Meatball.
You don't know that.
Meatball for sure.
Are you awake
and
when it's
Mr.
happening?
Kitty.
I guess not.
Then how do you know he's not in the house when it happens? How do you know it's Nicole?
I know it's Nicole because she winks at me every time I wake up and I say, I got to get some water.
She probably thinks you're handsome.
Oh, maybe she likes my gravelly throat when it's all dry. This is how gravelly it is. Okay, let's get into notes, guys. It starts out with beautiful miniature work, and I'm like, guys, send me movies or recommendations of movies with fantastic miniature work because I love this shit. It makes me feel like I'm on the E.T. ride.
Which one?
The E.T. ride at Universal Studios.
I've never been. I'm sorry. Presuming that there was more than one.
Oh, no, there's only one E.T. ride. Unless,
and it's too fucking dark, and I tried to turn on a flashlight so my grandma could see.
And they lied it. They yelled at you.
She didn't trip and die, and they were like, you have to turn off your flashlight. And I was like, cool, fuck you.
It was flash photography that they were worried about because they don't want people they want people to live the experience opposed to just seeing it. You could just watch the movie then.
And I should have just said fuck you and kept it on, but...
You could have.
Whatever.
Yeah, fuck Universal for making Nicole take off the flashlight.
Mm-hmm. There is another E.T. ride, actually.
Henry!
It's when I jump on his shoulders and I say, yeah, yeah.
And you say, phone home?
No, he just goes, you know, when he freaks out and starts going everywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I harness that power to get around the city.
That's what I imagine Joe does if you jump on his back.
Okay.
Yeah, just freaking out.
People talk about horsepower in their engines. I need that ET power.
Look, I need that Joe power, you know?
Yeah. Jump on Joe's back and let us know what happens.
Actually, no, he was fucking around with the katana yesterday and almost cut me, so I don't want to jump on his back.
So this woman, she appears and she starts dancing. She dances wildly galactic style. And she just kind of like has this stick and this bow staff and she keeps moving it around and it makes them turn into balls of light and kind of, I guess, Team Rocket away. It's
they
weird.
Blast off again.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
She was like fucking them up though. I'm not gonna lie. She was fucking up Fiveman.
It was like a Dynasty Warriors Muso move.
Like it's Soul Calibur, you know?
Nicole, fighting game. What's it like? I listed one. He listed one.
Comedy's only good in thirds, you know?
That one that I think was maybe called like School Spirit or something.
Okay, School Loyalty, School. It's a Capcom game. All the nerds know it. Schoolhouse Rock?
School Academy.
Okay,
School
all right.
Academy.
I'll find it. You
I'll
guys
Google
discuss
it.
notes. No, you
I'll
talk.
find
My
it.
queen.
Well, I have like 3 notes.
All right, do them.
What do you
Finally, some fucking villain backstory, my dudes. But again, the same issue of like it only being one episode.
The single episode?
It's-
Like as a single episode character you get a backstory for and then they're gone. And you're like, I wanted this, but not for this.
Yeah.
Like they gave you a backstory, but not of the main villains. That's kind of frustrating. That's like,
And like
what episode is this? Like number? Do you know?
39 out of 48.
You're in episode 39 and there's no like backstory prior to this?
Not
No.
really.
Like, it's insane in Die Ranger for single villains. We would get more backstory for the only episode they're in than the entire... I think it's because they have so many main villains on this team. When you get this large consolidation, you're not going to get as much character development with all of them. I guess this really isn't backstory opposed to just a story that happened to him. It's an anecdote, a back anecdote.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it gives each episode substance, but it's like maybe that's too much substance.
I don't know.
It's cool, but what's the motivation of the main character, of the main villains? Like, what other than destroying the Earth? Why? Why do they want to do this? Just cause
to get eternal life.
To get eternal life? Oh, do they ever explain how that happens if they destroy the Earth?
I think we eventually do, but we haven't gotten there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like major twists that happen that I can't say because Nicole has never seen it.
Gotcha. I'll ask you about that next time we do Derm's Claremont then.
You'll ask me? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it's like, I'll discuss it with you guys later. I'm like, we still will not be there, sir.
No. It was a good backstory to find out. And like, it's just the whole thing kind of was a little confusing for me about Billion. It was like, dude, do you give a shit? Do you not give a shit? Like, what? You gotta give me one, man. He
doesn't. I also...
But then he did the rose thing.
The rose at the end.
I think that's not really about him loving her, of more so someone in my army who was a ride or die has fallen.
Does he usually do this if somebody else in his army dies?
He is very, like, he is a an honorable warrior, so I'm going to honor this warrior. That is kind of his character.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Maybe he doesn't give a shit then.
Yeah, so he's just
Maybe
a villain.
he's just a dickhead.
Which Nicole was saying when we saw this backstory of her family being killed by these people, which I always thought like he set this up and he's just like wants to fuck around with people. But I don't think that's really what happened, which is why the intro says there's familicide, but I'm not sure. Nicole's like, oh, is this just another story where it's like, oh, he did one nice thing for me and I've fallen in love? Well, that's me, because I did one nice thing for Nicole and she wanted to be together forever. And that one nice thing was just following through on plans. But then I kept doing those nice things.
That's not the same at all.
Well, that first date that we had, seeing Chris Gethard, you were probably like, this must be the boy for me.
That sounds about correct.
Yeah. But say it louder.
Yep,
That sounds
exactly what happened.
What was going through your head that first time we met and hung out?
I said, oh my gosh, this person saved my life by showing me the Chris Gethard show.
Yes. You're like, I thought they were just going to be spinning around in circles getting dizzy, but there's a mole amongst them? Gimgul.
I've actually never seen the Chris Gethard show.
Dude, you have to watch it. It's so good. It's so good, Nicole and I fell in love with each other.
That seems like a lot of pressure.
It's not. It's just you'll watch it and be like, holy shit. I'm falling in love with Chris Gethard.
It almost seems like if I don't watch this, your whole relationship rests in the balance of that. I'm so sorry. That's too much pressure.
We have a strong relationship. We've seen the Chris Gethard show together.
Keep bringing it up. Now it's even more pressure.
Quit messing with your eye. Is it fine?
Oh, just my allergies are fucking with me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's messing with you being in front of the microphone.
Oh, sorry. It was a part of the bit. It was my
no,
bad.
It was not part of the. It's a visual thing. It wasn't part of it.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
I love Jesus Christ. He's so cool. Do you know what JVC stands for?
No.
Jesus von Christ. Oh, also, it's school rivals united by fate.
School rivals academy.
When they're hanging out in the base, Sora goes, just please, I've worked so hard. Aren't I good? And he goes, yeah, your staff technique's pretty good. I'd like to observe it a little more closely. Do you think Billion's dick is blue? Just like his skin sometimes?
Yeah.
Maybe he has frigid peepees.
That's probably where this question came from.
Yeah.
That's what the twist is, Nicole. We find out it's Billion. He has frigid peepee.
He starts doing a Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin where he's just like shooting up into the sky and making it.
Ice to pee.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what I was going to say too.
And then the Fivemen point at him and say, frigid peepee.
Yeah, and it's just shooting up into the sky and it's raining like yellow snow down. Or I guess snowing yellow snow down. Precipitating yellow snow down. There we go.
I would say, I still don't I guess with the context you gave me, one of my notes is I still can't tell if Billion is for real manipulating Sora, but with the context you gave, it does make sense. But it's all kind of confusing. The whole they go on this whole date together, Sora and Billion.
Yeah, it's to keep up that perception. Oh, like when one of your
because he's like, oh, all I have to do is go to the beach for a day and then I get everything I've been working for.
Yeah, it's like a bad relationship.
You're right, though. She should have asked for more than just one day.
Should ask for two.
That's why I said he's just trying to get into your monster panties.
This was very Shrek-like, guys.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, I don't want you to see me in my ugly form. And he goes, no, I love you when you fight, so I don't care what you look like, which is me with Nicole, guys. When she eats, I'm like, I love it when you eat. When she stretches, I go.
So you're Billion now?
Yeah. I'm also Shrek now.
Okay.
And you're Princess Fiona.
Oh, I thought I was Donkey.
No. Socks is Donkey. Jose is Gingerbread Man.
I was just going to say that.
And Butter is the Three Little Pigs, all three of them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Joe's, I don't know, the dragon.
Joe's just the giant gingerbread man.
Okay. Corey's Prince Farquaad.
No, he's Pinocchio.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see him as Pinocchio.
Let's see him as Pinocchio.
Then Robbie, I don't know, he's probably Princess Fiona's parents.
No, I think Robbie's more the guy who moves the magic mirror. He's got like
Okay. Oh, and
He's
Rudy.
the executioner?
Yeah, Rudy's Puss in Boots. There's no reasoning for this. It's just who's the first character that popped into my head as I said a friend's name. Sean, still a piece of shit from Buffalo.
Wow, rude.
I have a fake beef going on with Buffalo. And he, on Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling, he was like, oh, I just wish like we knew more about the villains. They just need actual reasoning to be a villain and this and that. I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like, I do need to go to Buffalo so I have real hatred towards it. He's like, now why do you have to bring me saying wrestling shit into you hating my hometown?
Wow.
everything's got to go full circle. I get it.
He said, are you just mad that I don't hate my hometown like you? And I was like, that has nothing to do with it. I just think it's funny.
Yeah.
I like how Corey hates avocados. I don't know, like it's real, but it's also ironic. Like it's also a troll at the same time.
Well, he hates avocado because it's
bad for the environment.
Oh, well, it's also the fruit of Michigan.
What?
Yeah, it's Michigan's state fruit.
I feel like you're fucking with me.
Aye.
Because he is.
Yeah. Our state fruit's probably apples or blueberries.
Well, I know this. I'm pretty sure the state flower is an apple blossom.
Okay, then yeah, it's apples. State bird, apple. Yeah.
There always be flying.
Our sister city, Appleton, Wisconsin.
Yeah?
The state's sister city is Appleton, Wisconsin. Entire state. Fiona Apple's always coming around. The Apple sisters in 3.
Great.
We'll front the bill.
Fantastic.
I love Michigan. It's pure.
Ew.
Pure shit.
Oh.
Remy goes, hey, siblings, can you beat me with a stick so I can be good against this person who beat me with a stick?
She does the coolest fucking move, though. Like, jumps onto the stick to beat her up.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Remy's the coolest.
I can't wait. I think I'm gonna watch this from the beginning.
You can get it now on shoutfactory.com.
Shout Factory, yeah.
Factory.
When Sora takes the pill to become the monster form, she's just called Dark Sora, and I'm like, is this Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, yeah.
Or Digimon. There's a Sora in there, and I'm pretty sure there's like a darkness version of her.
Is that like a common name, or
Sora means light.
does it mean something? Okay.
No, I'm just saying the dark version, not really just Sora. Sora!
From what I remember, I think it means light. I think.
That also is so on the nose for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
He's the light, the darkness is the darkness. People who are like, I don't understand the story of Kingdom Hearts. I'm like, it's good versus evil. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's just substance in there, the meat of the sandwich.
You eat meat on sandwiches?
Sick fuck.
I eat bread on sandwiches that are sandwiched between two pieces of meat.
You don't put bread on sandwiches.
Because I make that bread. I'm kidding, guys. Patreon.com/MLMpod. The nightlife of the city in 1990 with Vaseline covering my nostalgia goggles.
Ew.
It's so beautiful. Billion in day clothes also looked like a reporter from the 1940s.
It made me think of like those cartoon wolves.
Which cartoon wolves?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. A pervert. So, is this a metaphor for forced abortions, like the Plan B pill? Because he's demanding her she swallow this after a night of love. And he's like, hey, swallow this so I can forget about you forever.
No.
I think it is. This is ahead of this time. This is Bechdel approved. This is feminism.
Hey, swallow this so you can murder people.
And isn't a woman who doesn't give birth just a murderer, you know?
Oh my fucking God.
Like if a woman's not having children, we look at them like they're murderers. And that's not right. See, you thought I was going Joe Rogan there, but I wasn't. I'm being feminism.
What?
Yeah. I'm saying we shouldn't look at women as spinsters. We should be looking at them as people.
As you said, as murderers.
No, I'm saying that's what people conceive them as if you're not having a child. As if they're murderers. They're pariahs of the civilization. Civilization 3 as well.
Yeah, you should just cut all of that out.
I'm not cutting anything. That makes it more difficult.
Oh my God.
He also says when he acts, so Billion is fighting and then Sora has Gaku grappled from behind. And then Billion stabs to be like, oh, I'm going to stab through Gaku, but you're going to also stab through Sora. But Gaku leaves real quick. Like in professional wrestling, this happens all the time. And then, I accidentally stabbed my friend. Just like in pro wrestling.
Just like in pro wrestling. You know how many
It was
knives?
just like it was Monday Night Raw.
Well, it's a spear like Edge. Man, he's so good at spearing. So is Mil Muerte.
Henry, I love you.
Oh, but when he does that, he pushes her body off from his sword and says, clumsy fellow, get the fuck out of here. Like he wanted to kill her.
Yeah.
So I don't think it really mattered. I think he was going to stab through them either way.
It matters when the cum splatters, baby.
Whoa.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because he was like depending on her to defeat them, but then was just like,
I'll do it
murder.
myself. He really Thanos'd it and said, I'll do it myself.
True. Yeah.
You know, Thanos makes good points.
Yikes.
Such as?
Yeah, it's crazy how he wasn't just like, let me double the resources.
Yeah.
He could literally do anything.
Yeah.
But you want to know what? He stuck to his principles. I can at least agree with him on that. I can respect
On the
him.
follow through.
Yeah. See, this is getting us listeners,
What?
guys.
No.
Yes.
This is a disaster of an episode.
No, we thought that last week.
Fuck? No, I did not think that. Last week's episode was great.
I'm sorry, Jose.
That's all my fault. Yeah.
I do need to talk to you. We are kind of like the Olympic Committee.
Oh.
And we will need to, this appearance will have an asterisk on it and won't be counted because you are doing it not clear of mind. I'm sorry, when you're stoned on this show, it doesn't count towards your guesting.
Stoned in real
Pretty
life.
sober. My allergies have kind of like counteracted everything.
Okay, count backwards from 100,000 and get to 0 within this recording.
Fuck off.
Exactly. That's what a stoner would say. God.
You know what? I'll be back. Just to prove you wrong, I'll be back.
And better than ever. But if I find any performance-enhancing drugs in you, and for podcasting would be drugs of weed and whippets. So as long as you're not on whippets or weed, you're good to go. Cocaine, that's fine. That's not enhancing. Actually, please don't be on cocaine. It's going to be so difficult to edit that.
I'll be on Adderall, just because you said that.
Oh, damn. That might either hyper-focused or hyperactive.
Oh, it's the latter, baby.
No. I just got one more note.
Baby.
Henry, don't. It was like Henry was cucking me right there. He was getting
Ew,
pet, and he was just staring into my eyes as Nicole pet him. I was like, quit, you freak. As she's laying dying, Gaku says, hey, Sora, are you okay? And she envisions that it's Billion. And Fumiya's like, why is she calling you Billion, bro? Are you Billion this entire time?
Because she's dying, sir.
Oh, God.
Any more notes?
I don't know.
No, it was just like one thing I have, I guess, is damn, Sora really said after all that bullshit, I'm still a ride or die. It's like, ooh, that's it. I mean, that's all the notes I had. This was a weird episode, but I enjoyed it.
I kind of was like, oh, these are like QAnon Trump supporters. Let's see how they fix this problem. And they're just like, they just go into it harder even when they accept it and then just die. And I was like, oh no.
I was going to say the same thing with the lines of, I don't care if I'm being manipulated. Did you see that, Nicole? I patted on my...
What the fuck?
So I patted on my lap, and then Socks came over to me. He's like a dragon right now, and I'm Xerxes or whatever the fuck her name is on Game of Thrones. Lannister.
Carixes.
All right, there we go. But yeah, it was very, hey, I've been corrupted of the mind, and I'm going to follow through, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But we got one last thing, Jose.
What's that, Dad?
They use their teaching abilities, their subjects that they teach to better fight. They use those as their special abilities.
Okay.
What if you were a 5-man, a 6-man, if you will? What would you teach as a teacher, and how would you use that as a special move to defeat the Imperial Zone Army?
All right. I'd be a culinary teacher.
Ooh.
All right. My specific 6-man would have like an onion aura. So every time somebody would get within 5 feet, their eyes would start to water and like, oh, God, I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
And the weapon is just a giant chef's knife.
Oh, dang.
It's like it's a chef's knife, but scaled to the size if a giant was gonna hold it and cut vegetables, just like that.
Regular sized vegetables or giant vegetables?
Giant vegetables.
Okay. With this onion aura, does it affect your teammates as well?
No, it's like a smart technology, you know?
Okay. With this big sword, are you sharpening it, or does, like, when you slice through the air, does it slice like you would through a urethra?
I imagine it's like mystic magic powers, so it doesn't really need to stay sharp. It looks like it's not sharp, so it just slices through space and time.
Do you want to literally be cutting people in half, or is it like you cut through their essence and it drains their power?
I cut through their essence and it portal pulls them through into another dimension.
Whoa, okay, so now you're getting more layered. Only something a fucking stoner would think of.
Another dimension where they're the vegetable.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It's my own domain, so every time they get sent there, they turn into a different vegetable, and they look up, and it's just me with 2 chef knives running at them.
So you've sent them to hell.
No.
Yes, this is hell.
For legal reasons, we can't say hell.
Okay, because Satan and whatnot would sue your ass.
The LLC that owns hell will sue me, so.
Al Pacino will be coming to your door.
The
The LLC.
Hell yeah. Are you a LLC'd?
Yeah, I'm LLC'd. Are you LLC'd?
I'm not.
Oh, no, I'm not LLC'd. I don't know what that is.
Shoot.
I'm the only person who actually is, and I didn't seem like you didn't ask.
Oh, because I knew you were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jose.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
I will be back just so I can add it to my record.
Yeah. This is added to your record.
No, I took it personally. I will be back.
Oh, you're the Terminator now. Arnold, the Governator.
The Freeze Man.
Nice to meet you.
He's like, my son is Mario. Because Chris Pratt is his son-in-law.
Son-in-law, yeah.
He says, can I get in there? Mamma mia, I'm Luigi. Oh. Damn, Arnold as Luigi? Hell yeah.
Okay, for real though, who would you cast him as?
Arnold as?
Yeah.
Bowser Jr.
I think, like, not the Toad, but I would love to see him at, like, maybe the King Toad.
Dude, I would want him to just be like a little Goomba.
Oh, yeah, that too. For sure.
Yes.
Or just he voices all the Goombas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like, Booze would be pretty cool.
No.
Okay.
Imagine Arnold as Donkey Kong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or Cranky Kong.
Cranky Kong.
That would be very stupid.
Funky Kong.
No, Funky Kong needs to be funky. Actually, no. If the voice director directing the VO for this session sees Arnold and he's like, funky. Okay, I need you to be like a SoCal surfer, dude. Be funky. And actually, he's lived in SoCal for such a long time. He was on the Venice Muscle Beach for ever. He should have this in his repertoire.
See, he could do it. Trust me.
I'd love to hear someone say, all right, Arnold, be a baby. And what that would sound like.
Wow.
Yeah. Be a little kitty cat.
Meow.
But don't meow. I want you to like talk as if you're a kitty cat.
I can't do that one. I'm
Okay.
sorry. That's a little too hard.
All right.
Meow, I'm a sexy cat.
Okay, now what if you were like a smoking paraphernalia that was also your uncle?
Paraphernalia.
What would you sound like?
I'm Uncle Bong.
Yeah. Well, you got anything to plug?
Derms Clerman. That's about it. That's the only thing I'm on right now.
And what does that mean?
Oh, you can
What's
find
it
that wherever you
on?
listen to this. It's Hit It and Critics, the name of our podcast that James is DMing for us. Derms Clerman. I play Chrissy, who is he's a monster hunter who has a camera crew, and he speaks with an Australian accent. He goes, "Good day, mate. My name's Chrissy, and I've come here to slay some monsters." And that's pretty much all I have.
Hell yeah, dude. Nicole, what you got?
As always, darlinghomebody.com for all the things that I make, and including the Darling Homebody Society for a monthly sticker or magnet. That's on my website, baby. darlinghomebody.com. And then follow me on social medias, Darling Homebody. I think that's it.
December 1st, 6 p.m. Central Time, Darling Homebody Shopping Network, 20% off the entire store, minus the shirts. And every $100 we make, we are trying to get to $1,000. So you better be there, better be square. We don't want any circles in our goddamn mitts. Every $100, I will be doing a Hot Ones Last Dab. Pop that in my mouth. Ooh, it's spicy. But if we get to $1,000, I'm doing the One Chip Challenge. So fucking be there.
Fuck yeah.
And then my stuff, MLMpod.com, to find out about all the podcasts that I'm doing. Height of Horror, episode 1. It has been recorded. It comes out on Monday. Presley and I, it's a very fun time. First movie we're doing from 1998 is John Carpenter's Vampires. And then check out all our other shows. If you're very interested in podcast formulaic, we just wrote a script for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers over there with Craig from It Takes Two to Toku. And listen to my music under Marsh, Land, Monster. And please go to patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month you get exclusive content every single Friday. It's a great time. Lil Corey and I have podcasts there. Nicole and I have podcasts there. I have podcasts there. It's fun. But if you are a $10 patron, you get monthly exclusive content, like straight to Patreon. That's very fun. And you get shout outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin with those.
Starting with
Steve F. Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour. Alex Z, the Waz. Orion, he's a rapper. Defo, D-F-O. Kayla, aka Two Grapes. Jordan B, the Chaos Witch. My Bickle, my brother-in-law, and I mean brother-in-common-law. Joshua, Jakis. Steve Barnes of Sweet Child of Time. That's a podcast I do with him. Oh, baby. Oh, my God. It's the womb in which I emerged with an umbilical around my neck. My mother. And finally, Lil Corey's BFF and brewmate, Shane. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Jose.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.